All right, this is my 2012 Ford Transit Connect camper van. The purpose of this video is not to give you a demonstration of the van itself or any of the mechanical components. If you have any questions related to that, you can message me. This is more so about the back of the van, the camper portion of it. I've had a lot of questions and a kind of confusion surrounding the nature of the functionality back here. So I want to kind of clarify any of those things so that we don't waste any time in meetings where you know there's some confusion and then you're not interested as a byproduct. So I'm going to start at the back. I'm going to work through some of the functions, and then Gwen, who's my wonderful camera lady there, is going to help me demonstrate the bed mode function because there's a lot of confusion surrounding that as well. So here at the back, we have these flip-up tables. They flip up, they flip down. They're just on, they're for hanging collapsible shelves that you would install in your house. Pretty self-explanatory there. For the water situation, now because this moves down into here and that's what makes your bed, you can't really install a static sink situation. So I've used the Dometic Go, which is kind of a standalone water faucet. It's all battery powered, and you take this tube which comes in it, you plug it in here, you plug it in there, and then there's a nice little magnetic strip for that to sit upon, like so. And you also have a collapsible sink. Now I'd recommend if you were to purchase this van to get a second collapsible sink. I only have one at present. That has been problematic historically. So I recommend getting two of those. You could also, if it happens to be raining, you can put that here and then link the tube from this jug up into there. There's your sink. All right. Kind of a pretty simple sink setup. From there, we will go into and discuss the fridge. Pretty simple fridge design. Show you here in just a second. All right, the fridge is here. Take this out, pull it out like so. It's Iceco Go 20 fridge. I forget the number of liters. It's listed in the listing. This is how it works. Beautiful. It does have a freezer fridge combo. It works pretty well. And then we've got some storage here. Nothing super fancy here for this portion. This is what I refer to as the top kitchenette. It's got a shelf within it, so pretty important there to have that. Here's a little trash can that I like to hang on the outside of this thing. So boom, you got a little trash can when you're chilling. All right. Those are the main things with regards to that. We've also got a fan here, which is linked up to the electrical system, for which there are pictures in the listing. But this fan is an exhaust only fan. So pulling in from outside, it's got 4 settings, and it's also a manual. So to expand, it's already in its expanded mode. Turn this dial to put it down into its collapsed mode. All right. We've got one 120 volt outlet here, which is fed off of a 1000 watt inverter. And this has USB outlets as well for charging your phones or what have you. Then we've got nice low window sills. We'll get a better demonstration of those when we get into turning it into the bed mode. We've got a 2 kilowatt diesel heater as well that's powered by a remote. So that feeds into the cabin. There's also a carbon monoxide filter there to make sure you don't kill yourself. And there's also these lights. This one controls that one over here. This is a nice little lighting. Probably hard to see in the video, but a nice little light strip here that controls the overhead lighting here for the top kitchenette. And then another one that controls these puck lights. And they're both dimmable. So they work pretty nicely like so. And these don't have to stay on all the time. You can turn them off as well, like so. All right, so that's the basic demonstration. We're gonna cut right here and get right into, I'm gonna show you the toilet here in just a second, and then we're gonna show you the bed mode as well. All right, so this is the toilet setup. Now, there's been a lot of confusion about the toilet, and to be frank, it's not supposed to be a daily use thing. It is more of like you're in the middle of nowhere, and you're a woman and doing your business in you know, the great outdoors is not a super feasible option for you. This is your solution to that problem. Now, there's 2 ways you can go about this. One that I don't recommend is that in this seated position, and the reason it was oriented here is a longer explanation that I'm happy to talk to you about if you'd like. But you could feasibly, potentially, sit in here with your legs down there. You just have to be mindful of the fact, though, that this is where the fuel pump for the diesel heater is, and that this is the fuel line from the fuel tank for that. So, you know, there's some risk to be had with that potential solution, all right? What I would recommend instead is that this is very light, okay? This is very light. You're gonna pick this thing up, and you're gonna follow me to the back of the van. And we're gonna place it here in the center. And then we're gonna put it right here. And we're gonna sit and you're gonna do your business. All right, and when you're finished, you're taking your nature poo or whatever. Actually, would really recommend only number one, but it's your toilet. If you buy it, you do whatever you want. But when you're finished with that wonderful, great outdoors view, put it back where you just saw it. Okay, so now I'm going to demonstrate to you with Gwen's wonderful help how to convert this into bed mode. So there are these clasps. They're like 600 pounds is what they're rated for. There's 3 of them, one on this side, 2 on Gwen's side. So she's going to do both of those. You good? Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Now you've got the handles. These are dowels. Grab by the dowels, not by the top. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Put it in the center there. And you can see Gwen's not a particularly, she's strong. She's strong. She's no Hercules, right? So it moved pretty easily. It's pretty light. It's just big. You need 2 people. All right. And in just a second, I'm going to show you how to convert the rest of it. So pause on that. So this is the final piece that's going to live right here when it's in bed mode. Now this piece I typically just stick behind the front seat and the construction here of the entire back end piece. And when you put it into bed mode and you move it in just as Gwen and I just demonstrated to you, you're going to take this final piece, you're going to stick it right in here, push it right in nicely, and then that's your bed mode. All of these pieces are going to come down, those 3 pieces are going to come across, this entire thing becomes a bed. So this is the final kind of piece in here. All you got to do is take all of these pieces, kind of push them down so that they nicely fit together. They're all measured perfectly. And then now you've got your bed, full-size bed.